What's up, YouTube? Scott, Scotty Tradition, back with my YouTube Hall of Fame 2024 ballot. Always an exciting time of year. Big props, big shout out to Jake, Legends Never Die, for continuing to put on this great community event, which I look forward to every year. And just really looking forward to getting into the ballot. To start off, we're going to go back to 2023 and just kind of talk about rehash a little bit who got in 2023. And there are your 2023 inductees. That was Lou Rock TV, 64 votes, Reindeer Studios, Elite Hunters, Picker Jim S, and Brad 8671. And you can see the vote totals next to their name, and then next to that you can see what year on the ballot they were. So one thing you can kind of surmise from this is that there is definitely a recency bias in the YouTube Hall of Fame. It's just something that I don't know if it can even be helped. So you got a lot of older channels that are just not going to quite get the notoriety perhaps that they deserve. And that's kind of one part of this, which I'm sure is kind of frustrating to some of the older channels in this. And I think last year was kind of a good representation of that, because you got Elite Hunters that made it on his first ballot, and the other 4 were only on their second ballot. So they're all relatively new channels, and there is definitely a recency bias to this, and definitely not going to take away anything from any of the channels on this list. They're all well deserving. I can't say a bad thing about any one of them. It's just kind of a fact of this whole thing. There is a recency bias, and that's just something we all need to be aware of, and maybe try really hard I guess to kind of put the recency bias in the back seat and try to at least look and give opportunity to some of the older channels that have been around for a while. But I totally get it. It's just part of this, and congrats to everyone that made it in 2023. All very deserving. I have met all of these people, I want to say, maybe except, I'm not sure if I've met Lou Rock or not. I don't think I have, but I've met at least the other 4 at the Nationals and whatnot, and certainly know Brad really well as well. So congrats, all great channels that got in last year. Something fun that I like to do the last couple ballots I've done is to look at the first 5 out from the previous year. So last year, these are the first 5 that didn't quite make it, and that was Jimmy Guns with 34 votes, Caleb's Cards, TTMs, Autos, and More, 31, Amish Dave Archer, 25, and Aranya Boys, 25, and then a tie for 5th was 4 Leaf Cards and Purple GT, 22. So just kind of an idea of the guys that just missed out last year. So I'm not sure if that's going to affect your voting at all going forward, but just something to be aware of from last year. So with that, let's get into my ballot. So I had 10 people on my ballot last year. There were 2 people that got in to the Hall of Fame. That was Brad 8671 and Elite Hunters James. So that technically opened up 2 spots on my ballot. I'm going to kind of go through my list. This is in no particular order, really, but I'm going to just kind of get into it. Here's the first guy on my list. I think he was the first guy on my ballot last year as well, and that's Josh, Rated Rookie. Just think he has an amazing channel. You can see some of his statistics there for subs and videos. Been doing this for 8 years, and a great guy. I've met him in person a number of times now at the National, and has a hell of a collection, vintage, modern. He likes his Dodgers too, and things like that. So a little bit of mix of everything, but it's more than just his collection. It's the way he presents his videos. I think I wrote down there, very efficient in how he does it. Shows cards. It's very concise in what he talks about, but certainly a true hobbyist and has passion for the hobby, and has been doing this a long time now, 6 years. He doesn't put out as many videos as I would like. I think I wrote make more videos at the bottom there with an exclamation point, because I think we all would love to see more from Josh. He just is a great guy. We all like hearing him talk, and his amazing collection. So Josh, Rated Rookie, is on my ballot for this year. All right, let's get into number 2 on my ballot. This gentleman was also on my ballot last year. This is Dead Guy Cardboard, Ben. Has been putting out some bangers for videos the last 9 years. You can see his stats above that too. And I think I wrote down great video presentation, fun video topics, which is true. He always has like top 10 videos, interesting vintage card videos that you might not know about. Great presentation. Just a lot of bang for the buck in the videos he does put out. Does have a great pre-war collection. He does bring in at least a few cards every year new to his collection. Is a big Cincinnati Reds fan as well, so Barry Larkin is a big part of his collection, and somebody that would certainly be deserving of the Hall of Fame. It takes a lot to make consistent YouTube videos for 9 years, and Ben has definitely done that. Another guy that I have met in person at the National, and great individual. All right, so that's 2. Let's get into the third person on my list. This guy also was on my ballot last year. This is Joey Burcat 8, fellow Packers collector. I think that's probably how we met. You can see some of his stats as well, but he may not have some of the numbers as the first 2 guys, but he's put out a ton of videos, almost 3 to 4 times as many videos as them over a longer period of time. So we're talking over a 12-year period. So there's different ways to kind of look at what constitutes a Hall of Famer to you. Obviously, relationships are a part of it, but in Joey's case, it's just consistency over a long period of time. I mean, 12 years is a long time to be doing this straight. Only real true collectors and hobbyists make it 12 years to be doing this, so I think that's awesome. He's got a wonderful Bart Starr collection. That's not it, though. A great NFL Hall of Fame autograph collection as well that he's working on. Spectra Hall of Fame set. Very focused collector with his Bart Starr stuff, and very knowledgeable as well. And anybody who knows Joey would vindicate me in saying that he is truly himself and one of a kind type of guy. So go check out Joey Burcat 8 if you haven't already. That's my 3rd nomination. Nomination number 4. It's another Packers fan, but I didn't vote for him because of that. I actually really enjoy the live streams that Because I'm Carlos puts out. I'm not a big live stream guy always. Usually not available for that live part of the live stream, so I usually will watch a little bit of them after the fact. But you can see he's got quite a bit of subs and videos posted. That's a lot of videos for only... I have 5 years, but that's just for card videos. He has been making videos up to 8 or 9 years. He used to review other things as well. But the card videos, from what I can tell, go back 5 years. And then, obviously, the live streams are what he's known for. He's opinionated, but also educated in his opinions. Takes the time to actually research and doesn't just throw random opinions out there for no reason. So I certainly appreciate that about him. Again, I wrote Green Bay Packers collector, specifically Brett Favre. Likes a lot of those 90s cards from the time period. And also hockey, Mike Modano, collector as well. I believe Carlos is from up in Canada. So got to appreciate somebody up here in the Great White North. So he gets my 4th vote. Number 5 on the list. A gentleman I think he's got a fairly decent shot to get in this year. Be Jimmy Guns, and he'd be certainly deserving. Over 2,000 subs, over 900 videos, over a 6-year period. Again, 6 years, consistent videos. That's not that easy to do. Jimmy, extremely generous. I did get to chat with him once or twice this year. Over the year, just in getting together like care packages, and also some of his live streams for charity that he does. I was involved in 1 or 2 of those this year as well. He's always putting other people first before himself, and it's the kind of attribute of a channel that certainly deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, any Hall of Fame, to be honest, not just the YouTube Sports Card Hall of Fame, the Human Hall of Fame. So he does his live stream called The Gun Show. Oakland Raiders fan, great member of this community. That was what I wrote down, and that's absolutely true. So good luck to Jimmy Guns this year. He has a vote from me. And then I've got 5 more here as well. The next guy, Mr. Amish Dave Archer. I'm not sure if Amish Dave Archer even wants to be in the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't really matter. He's going to get a vote for me anyways. You can see the amount of subs he has over a 13-year period. I can't tell you how hard that is to make videos for 13 years consistently. Some of the newer guys that are just eligible their third year, I know there's a lot of excitement around some of the newer channels that are first eligible, but man, 13 years for Dave Archer, it's so hard to do that for 13 years. And you can see he's got 1,500 videos over that time. That's a lot of videos. And also the IRP, Insert Revolution podcast, he's a big part of that with Steve, the Bronco 79, and Vinny as well, and a couple other guests they always have on. Now the IRP has only been around 3 years. They're technically eligible this year. But, you know, the Amish Dave's been around for 13 years. I had to give him the nod here in this case. Super authentic guy, very opinionated, collects some great game use patch autos, as well as Josh Johnson Super Collector, and just always appreciate Dave and what he brings to the community. So he gets my 6th vote. We got 4 more to go here. Here's another gentleman from last year's ballot that carries over. This is Caleb's Cards, TTMs, Autos, and More. 1,600 videos over a 9-year period. I mean, that's just insane. It's a lot of videos. And Caleb doesn't even do what I do necessarily. He doesn't collect how I collect. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't take... you can easily see the contributions that he's made over 9 years and that many videos. He clearly is a great member of our community. And TTM's all sports and celebrities, also military history, which I kind of enjoy too, so I appreciate that he includes some of that on his channel. And always comments on other people's videos too. It doesn't matter if you don't do TTM. I mean, I don't do TTM, and I still see comments from Caleb's all the time, and I see him on other people's channels as well. So again, just somebody that really exemplifies being a great community member, and those are the people I tend to lean towards the Hall of Fame. So he gets my vote. That's number 7. I've got 3 more people on the list here. Here's number 8, JayStleMeer 1. 418 subs, 210 videos. Has been doing card videos for about 4 years from what I can tell. But some of his other videos go back to like 8 years or 9 to even 10 years. And that's because he's a power lifter. So there's a lot of cool weightlifting videos of him just, lifting stupid amounts of weight back in the day. So something he still does. I know Josh has had a lot of health issues this year, so of course wishing him the best. But he started out actually, I believe, collecting NFL Hall of Fame cards and moved on from that to focus more specifically on vintage baseball, specifically Babe Ruth. Got some really awesome cards in his collection, and but it's not just that. Great member of the community, always commenting on not just Facebook and Instagram, but also YouTube as well on everybody's videos. And I think he's only put out 3 or 4 videos this year, but you can't help health issues sometimes. I didn't feel like that should knock Josh off my list this year. So he gets a vote from me, JayStleMeer 1, my 8th vote. And then I had room for 2 more. So these are the new guys to the list this year. And I know this guy has not been doing videos super long, but it feels like he has. There's been so many videos he's put out over a very short time. It's not often I see a guy at 3 years eligibility and I'm like, yep, this guy deserves my vote, but here it is. TJMax, Vintage Cards and Nostalgia. I urge you to go check out his channel if you haven't already. You can see 231 videos over a 3-year period. That is a lot. And it's not like he's a live streamer either where he gets a lot of videos that way. These are actual videos he's made over a 3-year period. It's insane. That's a lot of videos. Amazing vintage collection I wrote over all the sports. But what makes Terry great is he's a great storyteller, and you can just tell his passion for the hobby. And it's just infectious, as I wrote down there. The way he describes his youth in collecting and how he ties that into the cards he has nowadays, and how he ties that into the direction of his collection. I mean, I could listen to Terry's videos all day long. He just does an outstanding job. So definitely happy to give him a vote for the Hall of Fame. TJMax, Vintage Cards and Nostalgia. And the last person I have on my list is Mike, Canadian Cards. Met him a couple times at the National, 4 years doing videos for cards. and quite a few videos over 4 years. 457 videos is quite a bit. Collects all the sports, likes hockey. He's from the great white north as well, Canada. But more than that, great member of our community, and every interaction I've had with Mike has been great. He watches other people's videos, great person in the hobby as far as interacting with other channels, and not much bad to say about Mike. In fact, nothing bad to say about Mike. He's just a good dude and would be a great member of this class of Hall of Fame. So that is my 10, everybody. I do just want to include a few shout outs before I step out here. These are just some great channels. You can see the first 4 on there. You know, this film not yet rated, Lefty, NDV10, Bears, 9 McMahon, Jericho, 941 IMI. All those channels are like anywhere from like 12 to 15 years old, and they've been making content consistently, some less than others over the last year or two. But these are all great channels. I highly recommend that you check out. And you got like Ground Zero Cards, Dwayne, Bear Cards 34, Brian. They do a wonderful job. Breakout Cards Ryan. This is his first year of eligibility, I think, 3 years. Has a great following as well, so he's certainly on my radar in Hall of Fame going forward. Vintage Card Curator does a wonderful job. JP Wisco and Chuck Northside Guy, great channels as well. And here's a couple more. I even put the Sports Card Dad, Dustin, on there, just for people I considered this year. Purple GT 22, Steve, Don's Field of Dreams, Wade Box Fan, and Hitman 23. I could honestly keep making this shoutouts video. I keep adding cards to it because there's so many channels that I come across and that deserve some consideration. So, man, they all do a great job, but at the end of the day, you can only vote for 10. So I just wanted you to at least to bring awareness to some of them. I would encourage some of the channels that that are older, you know, that are like 8, 9, 10 plus years old, to participate in the YouTube Hall of Fame. There's so many channels that are like just short of that threshold to get into the Hall of Fame, that if some of the older channels actually participated, would actually probably bump them into relevance. But unfortunately, some of the older channels just don't for whatever reason, and that's fine. It's everybody's individual choice, but it's just something that I would encourage, because these are such great channels, and channels that I would love to vote for on my upcoming lists. But I always tend to give a little more credence anyways to channels that actually participate in the Hall of Fame voting, because I know that it actually means something to those channels. So with that being said, I thank you, Jake, for putting this on again, and definitely would encourage those who are currently in the YouTube Hall of Fame to throw out a vote. And it's just a fun time of year. Sit back, relax, and I look forward to watching everybody else's videos throughout the rest of January as well. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks.